In the far reaches of the galaxy, the United Earth Fleet's flagship, UNSC Valor, cruised silently through the vast expanse of space. The Valor was a marvel of human engineering, a testament to Earth's technological advancements and determination to explore the unknown. The bridge hummed with the sounds of machinery and quiet conversations, the crew performing their duties with practiced efficiency. Captain Maya Renault, a seasoned officer with a reputation for bold decisions, stood at the command console, reviewing the latest reports from the fleet. Her sharp blue eyes scanned the data, noting the routine patrol updates and sensor logs. Suddenly, a shrill alarm echoed through the bridge, drawing her attention to the communications station. "Captain, we're receiving a distress signal," reported Lieutenant Brandon Hayes, the communications officer. His fingers flew over the controls as he tried to decode the incoming message. "It's coming from deep within Zorathi territory." Maya's brow furrowed. The Zorathi Empire was known for its isolation and technological prowess. They were a mysterious and powerful race, rarely seen and even less frequently contacted. "Put it on the main screen, Lieutenant," she ordered. The main screen flickered to life, displaying a garbled transmission. Amidst the static and interference, a desperate voice emerged, speaking in a language the universal translator struggled to interpret. Maya listened intently, her heart racing as she recognized the urgency in the tone. "Can we clean up the signal?" Maya asked, turning to Chief Engineer Malcolm Wright. "I'm on it, Captain," Malcolm replied, his hands moving deftly over the controls. After a few tense moments, the transmission stabilized, and the voice became clearer. "Is Queen Leora of the Zorathi Empire. We are under attack by the Oron Dominion. Our defenses have fallen, and we need immediate assistance. To any who receive this message, please, help us." The bridge fell silent as the crew absorbed the gravity of the situation. The Zorathi Queen herself was asking for help, an unprecedented event. Maya knew this could be a trap, but she also understood the potential for a significant diplomatic breakthrough. "Lieutenant Hayes, confirm the coordinates of the distress signal," Maya commanded. Hayes nodded, quickly verifying the location. "Coordinates confirmed, Captain. It's a remote planet on the fringes of Zorathi space." Maya took a deep breath, weighing her options. "Helm, set a course for those coordinates, maximum speed, and inform the fleet to remain on standby." "Aye, Captain," responded Lieutenant Commander Aisha Roberts, the ship's helmsman, as she adjusted the controls. "Captain, this could be a trap," warned First Officer Jonas Delgado. "The Dominion might be using this to lure us into a vulnerable position." "I'm aware of the risks, Jonas," Maya replied, her voice firm. "But if there's a chance to help and forge a new alliance, we have to take it. Prepare the crew for possible combat." As the Valor altered its course, the crew sprang into action, their training kicking in. Maya stood at the center of the bridge, her mind racing with possibilities. The Zorathi Empire was a formidable force, and gaining their trust could shift the balance of power in the galaxy. But first, they had to survive whatever awaited them at the coordinates. The journey to the designated coordinates was tense, filled with anticipation and unease. The Valor's engines roared as the ship hurtled through space, its sleek hull cutting through the cosmic void. The crew remained vigilant, knowing that at any moment they could encounter hostile forces. As they approached the target location, the sensors began to pick up signs of a recent battle. The space around the planet was littered with debris from destroyed ships, a grim testament to the ferocity of the conflict. The Valor slowed its approach, scanning the area for any active threats. "Captain, I'm detecting multiple wrecks, mostly Zorathi vessels," reported Ensign Leah Thompson, the ship's tactical officer. "There are no signs of active Dominion ships in the immediate vicinity." Maya nodded, her eyes fixed on the planet below. "Launch reconnaissance drones. I want a full sweep of the area, and prepare a landing party. We'll need to investigate on the ground." The drones were deployed, swiftly navigating through the debris field and relaying detailed scans back to the Valor. The data confirmed the presence of an underground bunker, partially buried beneath the rubble of a Zorathi city. The signal originated from within that bunker. "Lieutenant Commander Chen, Dr. Anwar, gear up. You're with me," Maya ordered. "Ensign Thompson, you have the bridge." Darius Chen, the Valor's head of security, and Dr. Lila Anwar, a xenobiologist specializing in alien species, quickly assembled their gear. They joined Maya in the hangar, where a shuttle was being prepped for launch. "Ready for anything, Captain," Darius said, checking his weapon. "Let's hope it doesn't come to that," Lila replied, her voice tinged with both excitement and apprehension. "But I'm prepared for any medical emergencies." The shuttle launched from the Valor, descending towards the planet's surface. The atmosphere was thick with smoke and dust, remnants of the recent battle. As they neared the bunker, they could see the devastation more clearly. Buildings lay in ruins, and the ground was scarred by craters from orbital bombardments. "Stay sharp, everyone," Maya said, her eyes scanning the terrain. "We don't know what's waiting for us down there." The shuttle touched down near the bunker entrance, and the landing party disembarked. The air was heavy with the smell of burning metal and ozone. Darius led the way, his weapon at the ready, while Maya and Lila followed closely behind. The entrance to the bunker was partially collapsed, but they managed to find a narrow passage leading inside. The interior was dark and foreboding, illuminated only by the flickering lights of damaged systems. The walls were adorned with intricate Zorathi carvings, depicting scenes of their history and culture. "According to the signal, the source is deep within this complex," Lila said, consulting her handheld scanner. "We should head this way." They moved cautiously through the labyrinthine corridors, alert for any signs of danger. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the distant hum of machinery and the occasional sound of shifting debris. As they approached the heart of the bunker, they encountered the first signs of life. A group of Zorathi soldiers, heavily armed and visibly exhausted, stood guard outside a large chamber. They raised their weapons as the humans approached, but lowered them slightly upon recognizing the landing party as potential allies. "We received your distress signal," Maya said, raising her hands in a gesture of peace. "We're here to help." One of the soldiers, his armor scorched and battered, stepped forward. "The Queen. She's inside. She needs immediate medical attention." Dr. Anwar pushed past the soldiers and entered the chamber. Inside, Queen Leora lay on a makeshift bed, her once majestic form now frail and injured. Lila quickly began assessing her condition, her hands moving with practiced precision. "She's in bad shape, but I can stabilize her," Lila said, injecting the Queen with a series of compounds. "We need to get her to the Valor's medical bay as soon as possible." Maya turned to Darius. "Secure the area and prepare for extraction. We need to get everyone out of here before the Dominion returns." As the crew worked to evacuate the bunker, Maya couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the brink of something monumental. The decision to help the Zorathi Queen might be the key to changing the fate of the galaxy, but first, they had to survive the perils ahead. The landing party navigated the treacherous terrain, carefully avoiding the remnants of automated defenses that still sporadically fired upon detecting movement. The air was thick with dust, making it difficult to see more than a few feet ahead. The ground was littered with debris from the battle, twisted metal and shards of alien technology protruding like jagged teeth from the earth. "Keep an eye out for traps," Darius warned, his weapons sweeping left and right. "The Dominion might have left some surprises for us." "Here, give me a hand with this," Darius called to one of the Zorathi soldiers. Together they heaved a massive slab of concrete aside, revealing a narrow passage leading into the bunker. Once inside, the team activated their helmet lights, illuminating the dark, labyrinthine corridors. The walls were covered in intricate carvings and glyphs, telling the story of the Zorathi Empire's rise and their cultural heritage. The eerie silence was broken only by the distant hum of machinery and the occasional groan of the damaged structure. "According to the signal, we need to head deeper," Lila said, her handheld scanner beeping intermittently. "This way?" They moved cautiously, the dim light casting long shadows that danced on the walls. As they ventured further, the air grew cooler and the atmosphere more oppressive. The corridors twisted and turned, leading them deeper into the heart of the bunker. Finally, they reached a heavily reinforced door, its surface scarred by laser fire. The Zorathi soldiers stepped forward, inputting a complex code into the keypad. The door hissed open, revealing a large chamber filled with advanced medical equipment and a group of Zorathi loyalists standing guard. At the center of the room lay Queen Leora, her once regal form now frail and injured. Her eyes fluttered open as the humans entered, a weak smile playing on her lips. "Queen Leora," Maya said, stepping forward, "I'm Captain Maya Renault of the UNSC Valor. We're here to help." Leora's voice was weak but filled with gratitude. "Thank you for answering our call. My people, they are loyal but we are few." Dr. Anwar immediately began treating the Queen's wounds, her hands moving with practiced precision. She administered a series of injections, her brow furrowed in concentration. "She's stable for now, but we need to get her to the Valor's medical bay as soon as possible," Lila said, her voice steady. "She won't survive here much longer." Maya turned to Darius. "Secure the area and prepare for extraction. We need to move quickly." Darius nodded, signaling to the Zorathi soldiers to form a defensive perimeter. The team worked swiftly, gathering their equipment and preparing to evacuate. As they moved, the ground shook, a distant explosion reverberating through the bunker. "The Dominion is getting closer," Darius said, his expression grim. "We need to move. Now." With the Queen stabilized and their gear packed, the team began their ascent to the surface. The corridors seemed even more foreboding as they retraced their steps, the distant sounds of battle growing louder. As they neared the exit, a burst of laser fire forced them to take cover. Dominion soldiers, alerted by the noise, had closed in on their position. A fierce firefight erupted, the narrow corridors amplifying the sounds of combat. "Cover me," Darius shouted, returning fire with precision. The Zorathi soldiers fought alongside the humans, their advanced weaponry making short work of the Dominion forces. "We need to get out of here," Maya yelled over the din of battle. "Darius, take point!" With Darius leading the way, they fought their way through the Dominion soldiers, the combined might of the humans and Zorathi proving to be a formidable force. The exit was in sight, but the Dominion's numbers were overwhelming. "Captain, more Dominion troops incoming!" Lila warned, her voice filled with urgency. "We won't make it at this rate." Maya's mind raced, searching for a solution. "Darius, grenade!" Darius nodded, pulling a grenade from his belt and hurling it down the corridor. The explosion rocked the bunker, buying them precious seconds. "Go, go, go!" They surged forward, breaking through the remaining Dominion soldiers and reaching the surface. The shuttle awaited, its engines already running. They piled in, Lila and the Zorathi soldiers carefully carrying the Queen. "Lift off now!" Maya ordered, the shuttle's engines roaring to life. As the shuttle ascended, they could see Dominion reinforcements pouring into the area, but it was too late. The shuttle was already on its way back to the Valor. "We made it," Lila said, her voice a mix of relief and exhaustion. "She's going to be okay." Maya nodded, her eyes on the horizon. "Let's get her back to the ship. This is just the beginning." Back on the UNSC Valor, the atmosphere was tense but hopeful. The medical team worked tirelessly to stabilize Queen Leora, their advanced human technology blending seamlessly with the Zorathi's own medical practices. The crew watched anxiously as Lila and her team performed delicate procedures, their skills a testament to humanity's determination to help those in need. Captain Renault gathered her senior officers in the briefing room, the gravity of their mission weighing heavily on her mind. "We've taken a significant risk by rescuing Queen Leora, but it was the right thing to do," she began, her tone resolute. "The Dominion will stop at nothing to crush the Zorathi Empire and anyone who stands in their way. We need to be prepared for what's coming." First Officer Jonas Delgado spoke up, his expression serious. "The Dominion's forces are extensive and well-coordinated. If we're going to stand a chance, we need more than just the Valor." Maya nodded. "Agreed. Queen Leora mentioned loyalist factions scattered across the galaxy. We need to reach out to them and form a coalition. The Dominion's strength lies in their unity and aggression. We must counter that with our own alliance." Lieutenant Commander Aisha Roberts, the ship's helmsman, leaned forward. "Do we have any leads on where these loyalist factions might be?" "Queen Leora provided some information before we left the bunker," Maya replied. "We'll need to decrypt it and cross-reference with our own intelligence. Ensign Thompson, get on that immediately." As the officers dispersed to carry out their tasks, Maya made her way to the medical bay. She found Dr. Anwar and her team still hard at work, Queen Leora resting peacefully under their care. "How is she?" Maya asked, her voice soft. Lila looked up, a weary smile on her face. "She's stable for now. We've managed to repair most of the damage, but she'll need time to recover fully. She's incredibly resilient." Maya nodded, her respect for the Zorathi Queen growing. "Good work, Lila. Keep me updated on her condition." Hours later, the encrypted information provided by Leora was finally decoded. It contained the locations of several loyalist factions, along with messages pleading for assistance and coordination. Maya called her senior officers back to the briefing room. "We have our leads," she announced, bringing up a star map with highlighted points. These are the locations of the Zorathi loyalists. Our mission is to contact them and bring them into the fold. We'll start with the closest faction on Joram Prime. From what we know, they're heavily fortified but in desperate need of reinforcements. Jonas nodded. If we can secure their loyalty, it'll be a significant boost to our efforts. Aisha, plot a course for Joram Prime, Maya ordered. We'll leave as soon as the Queen is stable enough for transport. As the Valor prepared to depart, Maya took a moment to address the crew. I know this mission is fraught with danger, and the odds are against us, but we are humanity's best, and we stand for justice and freedom. We will not let the Dominion's tyranny spread unchecked. Together with our new allies, we will make a difference. The crew responded with a determined cheer, their resolve strengthened by Maya's words. The Valor set course for Joram Prime, the vastness of space a testament to the challenges ahead. But they were not alone. They had allies now, and the promise of a united front against a common enemy. The journey to Joram Prime was uneventful, but the crew remained on high alert. The planet came into view, its surface dotted with fortified cities and military installations. Approaching Joram Prime, Aisha reported. We've been granted clearance to land. Good, Maya replied. Let's make this count. The landing party, consisting of Maya, Jonas, Darius, and Lila, descended to the planet's surface. They were met by a contingent of Zorathi soldiers, their leader stepping forward to greet them. Welcome, Captain Renault, he said, his voice tinged with relief. I am Commander Thalor, leader of the Joram Prime Loyalists. Your arrival is a beacon of hope for us. Maya extended her hand, which Thalor clasped firmly. We're here to help, Commander. Let's discuss how we can work together to defeat the Dominion. In the meeting that followed, Thalor detailed the Loyalist situation. They were well defended but severely outnumbered, and their resources were dwindling. The Dominion had blockaded the planet, cutting off supplies and reinforcements. We can provide some relief, Maya said, outlining her plan. We'll use the Valor's resources to bolster your defenses and help break the blockade, but we'll need your forces to join us in the larger fight against the Dominion. Thalor nodded, his resolve clear. We are ready to fight, Captain. The Dominion has taken too much from us. With your help, we can turn the tide. As the humans and Zorathi prepared to leave the bunker, the atmosphere was thick with urgency. The Dominion forces were closing in, their sensors no doubt picking up the sudden activity. The landing party, now reinforced by the Zorathi loyalists, made their way back through the treacherous corridors they had navigated earlier. Captain, we've detected increased Dominion activity in the area, Lieutenant Hayes' voice crackled over the comm. They're converging on your position. Understood, Lieutenant, Maya responded, her voice calm but firm. We're moving as fast as we can. Keep the shuttle ready for immediate takeoff. Darius led the way, his weapon at the ready. The team moved swiftly but cautiously, aware that any misstep could be fatal. They emerged from the bunker into the harsh daylight, the ruins of the city stark against the smoky sky. Suddenly, a series of explosions rocked the ground around them. Dominion forces had arrived, their ships descending from the sky, unleashing a barrage of laser fire. Get to cover, Darius shouted, directing the team behind the remains of a collapsed building. The landing party returned fire, their weapons lighting up the battlefield. Zorathi soldiers fought with a ferocity born of desperation, their loyalty to Queen Leora driving them to protect her at all costs. The Dominion troops were relentless, their superior numbers threatening to overwhelm the defenders. Captain, we won't last long out here, Jonas said, firing at an advancing Dominion soldier. We need to get to the shuttle now. Maya nodded, her mind racing. Darius, can you provide covering fire? Consider it done, Darius replied, signaling his team to lay down suppressive fire. As the Dominion soldiers dove for cover, Maya and Lila, carrying the injured Queen Leora, made a break for the shuttle. The Zorathi loyalists and Darius's security team kept the enemy at bay, their weapons blazing. Almost there, Maya shouted, the shuttle's ramp lowering to meet them. Just as they reached the shuttle, a Dominion soldier broke through the defensive line, aiming his weapon directly at Leora. In an instant, Darius sprang into action, tackling the soldier and neutralizing the threat. Go, Captain! I've got this! Darius yelled, taking down another enemy soldier. Maya and Lila hurried up the ramp, the shuttle's engines roaring to life. The rest of the team followed, providing covering fire as they retreated. Once everyone was aboard, the ramp closed, and the shuttle lifted off, rocketing into the sky. Status report, Maya demanded, her voice tight with tension. We're clear for now, Captain, Lieutenant Hayes reported from the Valor. But Dominion ships are on an intercept course. We'll need to move fast. Set course for the Valor, Maya ordered the shuttle pilot, and prepare for evasive maneuvers. The shuttle weaved through the sky, dodging laser fire from pursuing Dominion fighters. The Valor loomed ahead, its guns blazing as it provided cover for the incoming shuttle. The Dominion ships were relentless, but the Valor's superior firepower and tactical maneuvers kept them at bay. We're almost there, the pilot said, his voice strained with concentration. The shuttle docked with the Valor just as the Dominion fighters closed in. The crew scrambled to get Queen Leora to the medical bay, where Dr. Anwar and her team were waiting. Prepare for emergency jump, Maya ordered as she raced to the bridge. We need to get out of here now. The Dominion ships opened fire as the Valor's engines roared to life. The ship shook under the impact, alarms blaring as the shields took a beating. Jump coordinates set, Captain, Aisha reported, her fingers flying over the controls. Engage, Maya commanded. The stars stretched into lines as the Valor jumped to faster-than-light speed, leaving the Dominion forces behind. The crew breathed a collective sigh of relief, but the tension remained. Damage report, Maya requested. Shields held, but we've sustained some damage to the hull, Jonas said. Nothing we can't handle, but it'll take time to repair. Good work, everyone, Maya said, her voice filled with pride. Let's get the Queen to the medical bay and see what we can do to help our new allies. Back on the Valor, the medical team worked tirelessly to stabilize Queen Leora. The advanced medical facilities of the ship were put to full use, combining human and Zorathi technologies to treat her injuries. Dr. Anwar and her team moved with practiced efficiency, their focus unwavering. We've done all we can for now, Lila said, stepping back from the medical bed where Leora lay. She'll need time to recover, but she's stable. Maya nodded, her relief evident. Thank you, Lila. You and your team have done an incredible job. Leaving the medical bay, Maya headed to the briefing room, where her senior officers were already gathering. The atmosphere was tense but determined, each member of the team ready to face the challenges ahead. We've successfully extracted Queen Leora, but the Dominion won't give up that easily, Maya began, addressing the group. We need to be prepared for a prolonged conflict. Our first priority is to secure allies and resources to bolster our defenses. Queen Leora's information about loyalist factions is our best lead, Jonas said. If we can unite them, we'll have a fighting chance against the Dominion. Maya nodded. Agreed. Lieutenant Hayes, I want you to coordinate with our intelligence team to establish secure communication channels with the loyalist factions. Aisha, prepare the Valor for extended operations. We'll need to be ready for anything. As the officers dispersed to carry out their tasks, Maya remained in the briefing room, staring at the star map. The stakes had never been higher, and the fate of the galaxy rested on their shoulders. Hours later, the Valor received a transmission from the United Earth Council. The Council, initially hesitant, had decided to fully support Maya's mission. They authorized additional resources and personnel, bolstering the Valor's capabilities. This is a significant boost, Jonas said as he reviewed the Council's transmission. With these resources, we can extend our reach and support the loyalist factions more effectively. Maya felt a surge of hope. Let's make the most of it. We need to act quickly and decisively. The first step was to reach out to the loyalist factions. The Valor's communication specialists worked around the clock to establish secure links, sending encrypted messages to the various factions listed in Leora's data. The responses were slow at first, but gradually, messages of hope and solidarity began to trickle in. One message stood out. It was from Commander Thalor, the leader of the Joram Prime Loyalists. His forces were heavily fortified, but desperately needed reinforcements and supplies. Joram Prime will be our first stop, Maya decided. Their position is critical, and securing their loyalty will send a strong message to the other factions. The Valor set course for Joram Prime, its crew working tirelessly to prepare for the mission ahead. The journey was tense, but the crew's resolve remained unshaken. They knew the risks, but they also knew the importance of their mission. As the Valor approached Joram Prime, the planet's surface came into view. It was a stark landscape, dotted with fortified cities and military installations. The Loyalist base was located in one of the most secure regions, a testament to their determination to resist the Dominion. "Approaching Joram Prime," Aisha reported. "We've been granted clearance to land." "Good," Maya replied. "Let's make this count." The landing party, consisting of Maya, Jonas, Darius, and Lila, descended to the planet's surface. They were met by a contingent of Zorathi soldiers, their leader stepping forward to greet them. "Welcome, Captain Renault," he said, his voice tinged with relief. "I am Commander Thalor, leader of the Joram Prime Loyalists. Your arrival is a beacon of hope for us." Maya extended her hand, which Thalor clasped firmly. "We're here to help, Commander. Let's discuss how we can work together to defeat the Dominion." In the meeting that followed, Thalor detailed the Loyalists' situation. They were well defended but severely outnumbered, and their resources were dwindling. The Dominion had blockaded the planet, cutting off supplies and reinforcements. "We can provide some relief," Maya said, outlining her plan. "We'll use the Valor's resources to bolster your defenses and help break the blockade, but we'll need your forces to join us in the larger fight against the Dominion." Thalor nodded, his resolve clear. "We are ready to fight, Captain. The Dominion has taken too much from us. With your help, we can turn the tide." As the alliance between humans and Zorathi loyalists solidified, preparations for the next phase of their mission began. The Valor's presence on Joram Prime was a game-changer, providing much-needed support and a rallying point for those willing to stand against the Dominion. The Valor's landing on Joram Prime marked a pivotal moment in the struggle against the Dominion. With the Zorathi loyalists now united under a common cause, the next step was to secure additional allies and resources. Captain Maya Renault knew that forming a coalition required more than just promises. It demanded action and trust. "Commander Thalor," Maya began during a strategy meeting in the fortified command center on Joram Prime, "your forces are crucial to our success. We need to coordinate a series of operations to not only defend this planet, but also liberate others still under Dominion control." Thalor, a tall Zorathi with battle-worn features and a determined gaze, nodded. "Our defenses are strong, but we lack the numbers and supplies to mount a significant offensive. What do you propose?" Maya glanced at Jonas Delgado, her first officer who had been working on a detailed plan. Jonas stepped forward, projecting a holographic map of the surrounding star systems. "Our intelligence indicates that the Dominion's supply lines are vulnerable in several key locations," Jonas explained. "If we can disrupt their logistics, it will weaken their hold on occupied planets and give us an opportunity to strike." Thalor studied the map, his expression thoughtful. "It's a bold plan. We can commit a portion of our forces to these operations, but we'll need precise coordination and support from the Valor." Maya nodded. "The Valor will spearhead these strikes, providing air support and advanced technology. We also have reinforcements on the way from the United Earth Fleet, which should bolster our numbers significantly." As plans solidified, the Alliance's determination grew. The coordinated efforts of human and Zorathi forces brought a renewed sense of hope and purpose. Maya knew the stakes were high, but she also believed in the strength of their unity. The first target was the Dominion supply depot on the planet Arcanus, a heavily fortified installation crucial to the enemy's logistics. The mission required careful planning and flawless execution. The Valor and a contingent of Zorathi ships, now integrated into a single fleet, set course for Arcanus. In the days leading up to the battle, the crew of the Valor worked tirelessly to prepare. Engineers fine-tuned the ship's systems, soldiers trained for ground combat, and strategists refined their plans. The Zorathi loyalists, though initially wary of their human allies, soon recognized their commitment and skill. On the eve of the mission, Maya addressed the combined forces from the bridge of the Valor, her voice broadcasted to every ship and soldier. "Tomorrow we face a formidable enemy, but we do so as one united force. The Dominion believes they can divide and conquer us. Let us show them the strength of our unity and our resolve to fight for freedom." The response was a resounding cheer, a powerful affirmation of their shared determination. As the fleet approached Arcanus, the tension was palpable. The Dominion's stronghold loomed ahead, a formidable fortress bristling with defenses. The Valor's sensors picked up numerous enemy ships patrolling the area, ready to defend their critical supply lines. "All units, prepare for engagement," Maya commanded, her voice steady and resolute. Remember, our objective is to disrupt their supply depot and weaken their hold on this sector. The Valor led the charge, its powerful cannons firing precise volleys that tore through the Dominion's outer defenses. The Zorathi ships followed suit, their advanced weaponry adding to the barrage. The Dominion forces responded with fierce resistance, their ships maneuvering to intercept the attackers. On the ground, Dominion soldiers fortified their positions around the supply depot, prepared for an intense battle. The Valor's ground forces, led by Lieutenant Commander Darius Chen, deployed swiftly, their drop pods slicing through the atmosphere and landing with pinpoint accuracy. Darius, status report, Maya called over the comms as the ground team engaged the enemy. We've landed and are encountering heavy resistance, Darius replied, his voice calm despite the chaos. But we're making progress. We'll reach the depot soon. The battle raged on, both in space and on the ground. The Dominion's ships were formidable, but the combined firepower of the human Zorathi fleet began to take its toll. The Valor's advanced targeting systems and tactical maneuvers created openings in the enemy lines, which the Zorathi ships exploited with deadly precision. On the surface, Darius and his team advanced methodically, their training and discipline evident in their every move. The Dominion soldiers, though fierce and well-armed, were unprepared for the coordinated assault. Darius's squad, supported by Zorathi fighters, pushed forward, breaking through the enemy's defensive lines. "We're approaching the main depot," Darius reported, his voice filled with determination. "Prepare for demolition charges." Maya monitored the battle from the bridge, her focus unwavering. "Understood, Darius. Ensure all charges are placed correctly. We need to cripple their operations here." As Darius's team set the charges, the Dominion launched a desperate counterattack. Reinforcements poured in, threatening to overwhelm the assault team. But the Valor's air support, combined with the relentless efforts of the ground forces, held the line. "Charges set," Darius confirmed. "We're pulling back to a safe distance." The ground team retreated, fighting every step of the way. Once clear, Darius gave the signal, and a series of explosions rocked the depot, sending fire and debris skyward. The Dominion's supply lines were shattered, their infrastructure in ruins. "We did it," Darius said, a note of triumph in his voice. "The depot is destroyed." "Excellent work, Darius," Maya replied, relief washing over her. "All units, regroup and prepare for extraction." The battle had been fierce, but the Alliance's strategy and determination had won the day. As the fleet regrouped, the Dominion's remaining forces retreated, their morale shattered by the loss of their crucial supply depot. Back on the Valor, the atmosphere was a mix of exhaustion and elation. The mission had been a success, a significant blow to the Dominion and a testament to the power of their united front. "Today we showed the Dominion that we will not be divided," Maya addressed the crew and their Zorathi allies. "This victory is just the beginning. Together, we will continue to fight for freedom and justice across the galaxy." The cheers that followed were louder than ever, echoing through the corridors of the Valor and resonating in the hearts of every soldier, human and Zorathi alike. They had proven that unity and courage could overcome even the most formidable foes. And with each victory, their alliance grew stronger. The destruction of the supply depot on Arcanus dealt a significant blow to the Dominion, but it also provoked their wrath. Intelligence reports indicated that General Craxus, the Dominion's ruthless and strategic leader, was amassing a formidable fleet for a counterattack. The Alliance knew that they would soon face their greatest challenge yet. Back on the Valor, Captain Maya Renault and her senior officers convened in the war room, the atmosphere charged with anticipation and determination. "General Craxus is no fool," Jonas Delgado said, pointing to the holographic map displaying the Dominion fleet's movements. "He's regrouping for a massive assault, likely targeting our most strategic positions." "Agreed," Maya replied, her expression resolute. "We need to be ready. Our best chance is to intercept and neutralize Craxus's flagship, the Conqueror. If we can take him down, it could cripple their command structure and demoralize their forces." Lieutenant Commander Darius Chen, fresh from the victory on Arcanus, nodded. "We'll need a multi-pronged approach, space and ground forces working in tandem to draw out and isolate Craxus's ship." Dr. Lila Anwar, always thinking ahead, added, "Our medical teams and engineers need to be on high alert. Casualties will be inevitable, and we must ensure our wounded are treated swiftly to keep morale high." Maya outlined the battle plan, detailing the roles of each contingent. The Valor, supported by the Zorathi fleet and newly arrived reinforcements from the United Earth Fleet, would engage the Dominion's armada head-on. Ground forces, led by Darius, would deploy on key planets to divert and disrupt the Dominion's operations. "Prepare for battle stations," Maya ordered, her voice carrying the weight of the imminent conflict. "This will be our final stand, for freedom, for our allies, and for the future of the galaxy." As the Allied fleet approached the designated battleground, the tension was palpable. The Dominion fleet loomed ahead, a dark and imposing force against the backdrop of space. At the center, like a menacing predator, was the Conqueror, its massive silhouette bristling with weaponry. "All units, engage at will," Maya commanded, her eyes locked on the enemy flagship. "Focus fire on the Conqueror. We take down Craxus, and the rest will fall." The battle erupted in a cacophony of laser fire and explosions. Ships maneuvered in complex formations, weaving through the chaos to target their adversaries. The Valor's cannons roared, sending volleys of plasma at the Dominion ships. The Zorathi fleet, with their advanced technology and unique tactics, complemented the humans' ferocity. On the ground, Darius's team launched their assault, hitting strategic points to destabilize the Dominion's positions. They fought with a tenacity born from the knowledge that this battle could determine the fate of countless worlds. "Darius, how's it going down there?" Maya's voice crackled over the comms amidst the noise of battle. "We're making headway, Captain," Darius replied, ducking behind cover as laser fire zipped overhead. "But the Dominion's ground forces are putting up a hell of a fight. We need more time." "Understood. We'll keep the pressure on up here. Stay safe," Maya said, her voice filled with both command and concern. As the space battle raged, the Valor closed in on the Conqueror. The Dominion flagship unleashed a devastating barrage, rocking the Valor and testing its shields to the limit. "Shields at critical, Captain," Ensign Leah Thompson reported, her voice strained. "Divert all power to the forward shields," Maya ordered. "We need to get close enough to board." With a final desperate maneuver, the Valor closed the distance, its docking clamps latching onto the Conqueror. Boarding teams, led by Maya and Darius, prepared for the assault. "Let's finish this," Maya said, her resolve steely. "For the Alliance, for the galaxy." The boarding team stormed into the Conqueror, their entrance met with fierce resistance. The corridors of the Dominion flagship were a labyrinth of fortified positions, each turn a potential ambush. Maya led her team with precision and determination, their progress marked by intense skirmishes. "Darius, secure the engine room and disable their power systems," Maya ordered over the comms. "We'll head for the bridge and confront Craxus." "On it, Captain," Darius replied, leading his squad deeper into the ship. As Maya's team advanced, the fighting intensified. The Dominion soldiers were relentless, but the combined might of human and Zorathi warriors pushed them back. They fought through waves of defenders, each step bringing them closer to the heart of the Conqueror. Finally, they reached the bridge. The doors slid open to reveal General Craxus, a towering figure clad in ornate armor, his eyes cold and calculating. "So the foolish humans dare to challenge me in my own domain," Craxus sneered, drawing a massive energy blade. "Your tyranny ends here, Craxus," Maya declared, her voice unwavering. "The galaxy will be free of your oppression." A fierce battle ensued, Craxus's combat prowess evident as he matched Maya's every move. The clash of blades and the discharge of weapons filled the air. Maya fought with a ferocity fueled by the hopes of countless worlds relying on her victory. Meanwhile, Darius and his team reached the engine room, disabling the power systems and plunging the Conqueror into chaos. "Engine room secure, Captain," Darius reported. "Their defenses are down." Maya seized the moment, delivering a decisive strike that disarmed Craxus and sent him crashing to the floor. "It's over," she said, standing over the fallen general. Craxus glared up at her, his defiance unbroken. "This changes nothing. The Dominion will rise again." Maya shook her head. "Not this time. Not ever again." With Craxus defeated, the Dominion forces faltered, their will to fight crumbling. The Allied fleet pressed the advantage, routing the remaining enemy ships and securing a hard-won victory. Back on the Valor, the crew celebrated their triumph, the mood a mixture of relief and jubilation. The Alliance had faced insurmountable odds and emerged victorious, their unity and determination prevailing against the Dominion's might. In the aftermath, Maya addressed the combined forces from the Valor's bridge, her voice broadcast across the fleet. Today, we have proven that unity and courage can overcome even the greatest threats. We fought not just for survival, but for a future where all species can coexist in peace and freedom. This victory is not the end, but the beginning of a new dawn for the galaxy. The response was a resounding cheer, the echo of hope and determination resonating through every ship and every soldier. The galaxy had been changed forever, and the promise of a brighter future lay ahead. Queen Leora, now recovered and standing beside Maya, spoke to the assembled allies. "We have shown that together we are stronger than any foe. Let this alliance be a beacon of hope and a testament to what we can achieve when we stand united." The celebrations continued, but the leaders knew there was much work to be done. The Dominion's remnants still posed a threat, and the galaxy needed rebuilding. But with the foundation of trust and cooperation they had forged, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Captain Maya Renault looked out at the stars, a sense of fulfillment and purpose filling her heart. They had dared to rescue an alien queen, and in doing so had ignited a spark of hope that would light the way to a new era. The humans, once considered foolish for their bravery, had proven that courage and unity could reshape the fate of the galaxy. The future was theirs to build, together.